So I'm on the other side now. I've come over from roughly over there where I was, and I'm walking down the bike path in the general direction of Perth. I'm not going to walk that far because I've only got about half an hour or so before I have to be back home and maybe head out for my last evening's dinner here in Perth. But anyway, I wanted just to give you a sense of what these gardens were like by walking along. Hopefully the camera is not bouncing around too much, but it probably is. In any event, I just thought I'd give you a sense of what it's like here, what the gardens are like here. You can see these interesting plants and trees and different colored flowers, and you know, we're still, I would say, a little ways away from the summer. This would be about the equivalent in Washington in terms of let's say roughly early part of May, maybe, you know, and maybe a little later, but not much in terms of the thing. So now this is a typical shared path here in Perth, of sort of thing that people, you know, you have joggers, you have bicyclists, you have people on, you know, just walking like me. You've got mothers and fathers with strollers out. And I will say this about the Australians. I think that as a group, they are an extremely outdoor-oriented, healthy, sort of exercising folk. They like to spend time. Riding, cycling, water sports of various varieties, and that's what they do anyway. This is just, you know, and it's an ideal city from that perspective, because the bike paths here and along the river, it's very flat. There are hills further back. You know, if you go out, I wouldn't describe them as mountains, but I would describe them as sort of like the Blue Ridge, you know, kind of. Suppose those are mountains, but I mean not the Rockies. Anyway, we're going to plunge into shadow here for a moment. There we are. And I'm just going to walk down here, and then I'm going to circle around and come back in a minute. Give you a bit of a shot of the wildlife here, such as it is. There isn't much at the moment. It's mostly gulls and ducks, and but I did see a giant pelican this morning, and I did see, as well, of course, the famous black swans, which the Swan River, which we're standing next to, is named for. Anyway, I'm going to stop right there, and I'll come back in a moment.